potato farmers, corn farmers, carrot farmers. For hundreds of years, humans have farmed and farmed and farmed. And now fast forward to the year 2025, and farming has become more popular than ever. From clip farming all the way to the topic of today's video, aura farming. Well, the topic of today's video is actually the opposite of aura farming. Now, 20-second lesson for those of you who are unfamiliar with the concept of aura farming. You see, aura is your presence, okay? Your energy. When you walk into a room and people break their necks just to shift their vision testicles over so they can be aware of your presence, that is aura. And aura farming is simply the act of doing things so badass and nonchalant that you effectively boost your aura. Today, we will be talking about the opposite of that, because today we're talking the fastest ways to lose your aura, aka aura fumbling. Now, starting off our list, we got playing defense on the sidewalk. You know when you're walking down the sidewalk and you run into someone going the opposite way, and instead of just picking a side and staying there, you both decide to D up? Yeah, this is an easy way to fumble some aura. Now, usually you two can keep this a secret between you, so it's not too bad, but now you know that there's someone out there that just knows that you're not that guy. Now, if you're quick enough, you might be able to save yourself by hitting a spin move and an air layup, but otherwise, you just dropped your aura, bro. Now, next up, we got getting your card declined. I think most of us can relate to this, and if you can't, consider yourself lucky. But bro, getting your card declined is easily one of the biggest aura fumbles of all time. And depending on what store you're in, you just may be having your manhood declined in front of the huzz. Or ladyhood. I mean, having your card decline when the girl behind the cash is bad as hell is like missing a layup with a tennis ball in front of Michael Jordan. And it almost never happens in a dead store. You guys ever notice that? It's always got to be midday at peak shopping hours with a line of people behind you that now got to wait for you to rub your card on your jeans and try again. And then you're just standing there trying to act shocked to make sure everyone knows that you're not broke, and this has never happened to you before. This alone is the sole reason that I always carry at least a little cash with me, because I'll be damned if I ever have to do laps around the grocery store putting back items ever again. Yes, I had to do that before, and yes, it was one of the most haunting days of my life. But next up, we got replying to someone who wasn't talking to you. Now, this shit is an instant aura fumble. Like, you're ever just chilling with someone, and then they answer the phone, and you don't realize, and they, like, ask a question, and you just start firing off answers like you're in a post-NBA game interview. And then after you give them your 2.5 cents, they go like this. Yo, my bad, bro. I'm on the phone. Yeah. You know that pit you get in your stomach the second you realize what's going on? That's the aura leaving your body. And next up, we got chasing something that's blowing away in the wind. Now, personally, when I'm in this situation, I'll just hold the L, because I've been saving up this little bit of aura that I got for way too long to get caught chasing a piece of paper in the wind. And every time this happens, the shit always blows away the second you're about to grab it. It just makes you look like a stupid idiot. Okay, my birth certificate could fly the fuck off, and I wouldn't even look twice. Okay, I'm good. All right, that's it. I was never born, because I may as well not have been anyway if I get caught doing that dumbass crouch run like I'm trying to catch a badass toddler running after a $10 bill on a windy day. This is the same energy as chasing a loose ping pong ball. And so we can throw that one into this entry too. And at my high school, the weight room was on the second floor with a big ass window looking down into the gym. And whenever my class had PE, the girls' class would be up in the weight room. And I'll never forget the feeling of those piercing eyes looking down at me trying to catch a fugitive ping pong ball bouncing around the gym. Huge aura fumble on this one. But next up, we got accidentally opening a message the second you get it. Like, you know when you're just scrolling on Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or something, and you go to tap something else, and someone messages you, and you tap on the message and instantly open the conversation? Especially if it's like your crush or something, and now they think that you've been sitting there in the chat reading over your messages like a fucking loser when you never even did that today. What? You know you read over some of your chats sometimes, all right? Especially if you said some slick shit, okay? Let's be real. But yeah, that's an easy way to tank your aura supply. And even worse is accidentally liking someone's old post when you're doing some, well, I wouldn't want to say stalking, but I don't know what else you would call this. You're stalking, okay? Let's just be real. Or maybe you're just trying to show the boys or the girls this person you've been talking to, and as your phone is getting passed around the group, you gotta watch it like a hawk to make sure no one's fat fucking Ninja Turtle finger slips up and double taps a photo from 2019. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of securing some weirdo points, if that's what you're going for. But sadly, not so great for aura. But next up, we got accidentally spitting while talking. Now, I'm not talking about the people who spit in every conversation to the point you'd think they must be a rapper, but I mean like when you maybe get too excited and you blurt out some words too hard and a little bit of your DNA flies out of your mouth. Yeah, that's not a good way to hold on to any of that aura. And if it hits the person you're talking to, you may as well just give up because you just lost life, bro. Okay, the game's over. And then you got accidentally spitting on your birthday cake when you're trying to blow the candles out, which I mean, this just instantly kills the vibes. I mean, the only good part about this one is since it's your birthday, you get to keep the aura for the rest of the day, but as soon as it's over, the aura is gone. Now, me personally, after years of studying the art of aura fumbling, I've made the conscious decision to just cut out the middleman. Yeah, I don't even blow out the candles on my birthday cake anymore. I just skip that part and spit on the cake. And now we don't gotta have this awkward moment, and I get a whole cake to myself. But next up, we got tripping and falling. Okay, any form of slipping, tripping, or falling down is an easy way to drop your aura level down to basically zero. And the worst part is, most of us will try and play it off, especially when we take a hard-ass fall and are in excruciating pain. But really, everyone can see that you're just trying to play it off, bro. Okay, that little fake laugh at yourself you're doing to make people think your heart didn't just sink down to your poop hole, it isn't fooling anybody. Okay, you're trying to laugh, but it just looks like you're shitting yourself. But I mean, I get it. Falling, especially in front of the huzz, is bad. I mean, I used to be so proud as a kid that I had never slipped on ice all the way up to my junior year in high school. And at that point, I figured I got off the hook scot-free, never to fall or slip in front of any of the huzz in my life. And then this one day in the winter, I came to school in a pair of kicks that had the same amount of grip as a 90-year-old woman's bologna flour. And when you would walk up to my high school, you would have to walk down this really sloped sidewalk to get down to the front doors. And on this particular morning, it had snowed. But you know those light snows where there's like that really light blanket of insanely slippery snow combined with patches of black ice everywhere? Yeah, I tried walking to school on that with my slip and slides on, and as soon as my foot made contact with the start of the slope of the hill, I immediately slammed down onto the ground and slid the entire sidewalk length up to the front of my school on my ass. And then when I stood up, I tried to fake laugh at myself for falling like 2 seconds ago. I wasn't just trying with the power of 1,000 suns to stop myself from falling down this hill. And to make things even worse, as I got up, I looked back up the hill to see a group of some of the baddest bitches in school looking down at me laughing. So yeah, okay, I know what this is like, and it's no joke. And neither is trying to sing or rap along to a song and getting the lyrics or the lyric timing completely off. Especially when it's a track everybody you're with knows and everyone is going along, and then you just confidently fuck up the next part. I got a Glock in my Rari, 17 shots, no 38. I got some guac in my wallet. What? Did you just say I got some guac in my wallet? Like guacamole? Nah, like, isn't guac like money? Nah, bro, that's guap. Guac is guacamole. And either way, that's not the lyrics. Just put another song on, bro. I just your bitch in my Bruce Lee flip-flops. Bro, seriously? Bruce Lee flip-flops? Are you okay? I don't know, man. I just want to have fun with my friends. And next up on our list, our last aura fumble is eating anything messy. Now look, bro, no matter how hard you try to look like fucking Swaggy P while you're eating those hot wings, you just don't look that cool, okay? I mean, if you eat them slow, you're just sitting there with a tiny little chicken wing with a little bite in it in your hand, like a toddler. And if you try getting it out the way quickly and eating it fast, well, there's no real other way to say this, but you probably look pretty fucking gay. I mean, if you're putting that whole bone in your mouth, pause, to suck the meat off the bone faster, pause. God damn. But yeah, if you're doing that just to try to save some aura points, it's not helping. I promise you. Or like if you're eating spaghetti, the second you get a sauce streak on your mouth, it's pretty much over if you don't wipe that shit off immediately. Or if you get food in your teeth too, and then having your hands saucy and everything, it's just never a good look. Now, I'm not saying you can't go out for some wings or some spaghetti, okay? But there's a time and a place, and it's definitely not a good spot to be if you're trying to farm some aura. But yeah, I got a lot more aura fumbling moments I can go over, but then this video would be too long, and also probably rack up a death tally by killing people of cringe attacks. I'm dying from cringe. So I'm gonna leave it off there. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What are some of the biggest aura fumbles you have ever had? I actually have a good story for this that I might make a video on, but I don't know if I'm ready for that level of embarrassment on the internet yet. But don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, hit the sub button, hit the noti button, with your boy, help me get to 10K subs, and go follow the Instagram for early and bonus content. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Here.